Alright, hey YouTube, Team Extinction here. This is the Nuts with a deck profile. This is what I use to get my Nationals invite the other day in Top 32 Regional at Stratford. It's an anti-meta deck, which I chose because pretty much any hand you draw will be able to combat the big three decks of Dino Rabbit, Insectors, and Chaos Dragons. So I'll run through down and make some quick plays. First, you have your 3 copies of Doom Caliber Knight and your 3 copies of Thunder King rai-oh. Like, the 3 monsters are the monsters that are standard for anti-meta decks. They're big beaters. These are good against Rabbit. These are good against Insectors. And they're both pretty decent against Dragons. So, these can clash, but you just have to be smart with your Doom Cals. Like, don't have it on the field and try to summon a Tour Guide or something. Next, you have 2 Spear Reaper. These are 2 cards that are bad against Insectors. Kind of like Thunder King is. But it's just so good against Dragons and Rabbit. And even it can be against Insectors if you warn anything, get your pokes in. 1 copy of T2 Warrior Lady, just because it's a really good out of Zen Mans, and it's just like Reaper against Rabbit and Dragons. 2 copies of Fossil Dino, again, same reason. This card, I +3 against Rabbit because of this card, because they went into another Laggy instead of Dolka. And it's also just really good against Dragons, because if you can just summon this with protection, Dragons have a really hard time. So they have rai-oh, Lila, and Card Trooper pretty much scared over it. And then your 3 copies of Tour Guide. And a Sandman, because it's just a good card. Then you have 1 copy of BLS. This is kind of a last minute decision, because I don't main that many lights. And you'll see later, I do main Macrocosmos. This is mainly for the Rabbit matchup, when you just don't activate your macros. And I do side in Veiler, so like I never really dead drew it a lot, and when I was able to get it out, it really helped. Spells, you have your Trinity, Heavy Hole of Reborn, 2 copies of MST. I sided in a lot more. Spell Trap 8. I felt 3 was just a little unnecessary for the main deck. 3 Duality is necessary. Book. Then 2 Forbidden Lands. The one thing I would probably change is I probably would have run 3 of this. Like in testing, I'd been drawing these were really clogging my hand to 3. But in at the regional, there were a lot of times I wished I had another Lance. Trap lineup. Actually, and these won me against regionals, because I had a Doom Cal and a Zen Mains, and they had a Defense Mission Gravekeeper's Recruiter with Necrovalley that they couldn't get over. So I Dark Hold and then chained 2 Lance on Doom Cal and Zen Mains, which seems like a really dumb play, but it wound up winning me the game, because I was able to stop the Recruiter search. Trap lineup, Solemn Brigade, 2 Torrential, 2 Bottomless, 2 Deep Prison. Again, bad cards against Insectors, but just 100% necessary to give you an edge against Dragons and Rabbit. You have 2 copies of Phoenix Chain to help cope with the Insectors, and even against Rabbit and Dragons, it's still a really good card. 2 copies of Macrocosmos. This is what really gives you the edge over the Insectors, because it makes your normally dead cards into live cards, pretty much. You can't just use Hornet to pop them, get around them. And it's also really good in Chaos Dragons. Rabbit, not so much, but you just don't activate it. That's what it makes you BLS live. Then 1 Starlight Road, because you'll often want to have a continuous trap up, and there's a lot to set. So that's the main deck. It's 41 cards, not 40. I don't know, I felt 41 just worked best. It wasn't much I really wanted to cut. If you have any questions, let me know. But I felt the main deck, I was 100% confident in it. Because any hand you draw is essentially able to combat every big 3 deck, and to an extent, a lot of rogue decks. I'm trying to give an example, but it could backfire. Oh, it actually works. Here, things that hit Rabbit, things that hit Insectors, things that hit Dragons, and just a card that hits everything. And it's live. I don't want to activate this. So if I'm against Rabbit, I can get that out. And I have Duality. Next one, down the side deck. 3rd copy of Macrocosmos to really give you that extra boost over Insectors and Chaos Dragons. 3rd copy Dimensional Prison for Chaos Dragons and Rabbit. 2 Dust Tornado. It's for rogue decks, and I really don't like Safe Zone, Messenger Piece, things like that. So I sided these in every time against Insectors. 2 Forbidden Chalice. I sided this in every match against everything, because it's so good, and you have to prepare for their Snow Man-Eaters and whatnot, and it's just really good.
Would you main it?
Would I main Chalice? I'd strongly considered it. I opted to not main it, but I don't know. If I was able to like make more space, I probably would main it, because it is really good. But it's better in games 2 and 3 for their snowman eaters and stuff. Because like game 1 against Rabbit, it's alright. It like shut down the tour guides and stuff, and like stop laggies. But I made Phoenix Chains too. So, I don't know. Like, I would decide out Phoenix Chains, deciding to use against Rabbit for their snowman eaters, because I can't Phoenix Chain Sabersaurus and whatnot. And it's just a good boost to like boost your monster attack, get over things. Third MST. 2 Soul Taker. This card is awesome. I did not play any Chaos Dragons, actually, which was unfortunate. But I played against Hero Beat, made their Shining mistiming, and it was just great. 3 Snowman Eater for the Dino Rabbit and the other Rogue decks. I do play a lot of things like this with the Warrior Ladies and the Dinos, but Dino sucks against Rogue decks, so you really don't put these in. 1 copy of Gores, the Emissary of Darkness. This money for Rabbit, Hero Beat, you can set on macro against, because they don't expect it because of things you're main decking. If you can drop this on Rabbit, it's really crippling for them. And then 2 copies of Effect Veiler. Set these in against Rabbit every time, and Inzectors. Even though I will have the 3 macros in and the Phoenix Chains, they will have trap stuns, they can have heavies, things like that. So these are always really good to have in. And you can also have some synchro plays, but... Oh yeah. Other than the Chalices, it's also really good for the trap stuns, decrees, things like that. Shout out to Pojo user South ALWX who sold me these for cheap. So thank you for that. Extra deck. Here, 1 copy of Stardust Dragon for Starlight Road. Black Rose, because maybe I get into it. Reborn. Army Arm, if I have like a Reaper or a Sangan and a Veiler in games 2 or 3. Like maybe I could BLS OTK, that'd be cool. Bryanak. I had a Catastrophe in here too. Just generic good synchros that I did not go into once. And you probably won't either if you play the deck. Carmagnetic Fortress, because I didn't set Cyber Dragons, but I thought maybe somebody against me would. They have his enemies on the field. And the extra deck was able to afford space. 2 copies of Utopia and Utopia Ray. I'm not sure I wanted these at all either. I might have gone to Utopia once, but a lot of times you don't really want Overlay into Forest, because you'd rather just keep your Thunder Kings or your Doom Cows on the field. Papal Operative. Very, very good card. Never really had the need to go into it, because the deck can deal with Reaper in a lot of other ways, because you have Lances, Warrior Ladies, things like that. Rank 3s, Leviathan, did go into this a lot. Giga Brilliant, Leviair, Acid Golem, and the 1 wind-up Sandmans. So that's pretty standard stuff you'd expect from a deck that plays only level 4s and Tour Guides. So, hope you enjoy the deck, and if you do decide to play it, I don't know, let me know, because it's a really good deck, and I'm strongly considering playing it at Nationals. Let me know what changes you'd make, what you think about it. Feel free to drop the comments below and check out other videos. So, comment, rate, subscribe, and thanks for watching.